Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. I promised to do a follow-up video from my diagnosis. For those of you that have not seen the first one, I would definitely go back and watch the diagnosis episode 1 and episode 2. There are 2 episodes prior to this one. There was an episode where I talked about my diagnosis, how I found out, how I felt, those types of things. Episode 2 included the day of the surgery as well as a few days after. We talked about how everything went. And I promised to do an episode where I would talk about my 1-month follow-up appointment. And it's not really a lot to discuss about it, but I did want to do it, I promise. The 1-month follow-up, I met with my surgeon to go over how the surgery went, which he said went very well. He actually showed me pictures of the inside of my brain again. He compared the pictures from the day of the surgery to the pictures that were taken in the angiogram prior to the surgery. And I could definitely see the difference where they cut the aneurysm off or cut off the blood flow to it. And it was interesting to me. I think I said before, and I'm not sure if I did, so forgive me if I did not, but my brain, like the arteries and blood vessels and all that kind of stuff, it looked like spaghetti. All spun up in my brain. But so it was interesting to see it and to see how it was just interesting. It's a strange feeling to see it and to know what's going on and to know how it has affected other people before me, after me, whatever. And know that I'm still here to talk about it and to see it. And I'm very thankful and blessed for that. There will be some additional procedures that I will have to go through, specifically another angiogram 6 months after the original surgery so that they can see how everything went. I do know after that, there will be regular angiograms. I'm not quite sure how often, whether they'll be every 6 months or once a year or how that will go, but I know there will be regular angiograms. I feel in regards to the whole procedure, everything that's going on, like I said before, I feel blessed and I'm thankful that they were able to handle everything and that it looks like things are moving in the right direction. I do, however, still have a little bit of, I don't want to use the word anxiety, but I do have some concern over everything that, like, it's not normal for me. For example, I still get headaches and they are not every day like they were before the surgery. So I'm not even sure if they had anything to do with that or if it was something different. But I have been having headaches and probably about once a day. I thought I went a few days without them, but then I noticed, I still have these moments where my head will start hurting. And it's usually dealing with something that's stressing me out, right? Like whether it's employees or staff or kids or whatever the case may be. It could be finances, whatever it is. Whatever's stressing me out at that moment, I notice like headaches might come on. and then they might go away, because I did recall having one earlier today, but I don't now. So that, no, so that is a concern. It makes me wonder, like, okay, is something wrong? Is something going to happen? Am I stressing myself too much? Am I going to cause another aneurysm? Like, all of those things come to my mind when I'm dealing with that. And then another thing I've noticed is that, and this might not even be related to that, because I don't get a lot of sleep. I try to, and I find myself up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I do keep the TV on, because I feel like if I don't, every little noise in the house is going to wake me up. And that's true, because you know how, like, when you watch cable or Netflix or whatever you're watching, streaming TV, after a few episodes, if you haven't done anything, it'll be like, are you still there? Are you still watching? And if you don't press a button, it'll go off. And I always wake up when the TV goes off. Like, when it goes off, and maybe not at that particular moment that it goes off, but I usually will wake up after it's gone off, and then I either turn it back on, or sometimes I'll leave it off. But it just depends. But I don't get a lot of sleep at night. I find myself waking up, going back to sleep, waking up, going back to sleep. Especially if it's quiet. I wake up and go back. I wake up a lot more when it's quiet. That's probably one of the mindful things that I need to work on, is finding ways to relax my body. And I think we talked about that in one of the other videos, when I mentioned how my brain just kind of races a lot. So sometimes it's hard for me to sleep. It's hard for me to go to sleep, because I have so many things going through my head all the time. Doing these videos has helped a bit, because it gives me an opportunity to talk about some of the things that come to my mind. Now, it does not give me a channel where I am like the relationship guru, or I'm doing, the expert in whatever it is. Like, yeah, I love my job. I love what I do at work, and I love helping people in that way. But I don't want to be talking about it on my channel. Like, I want my channel to be about real life stuff, about stuff that we're going through, stuff that we deal with, and just trying to help each other get through it, right? At this moment, after going through this ordeal with the aneurysm, it really makes me want to connect a lot more and be open to conversations and community and fellowship and those things that bring you closer to other people. Yeah. That is about all that I have right now. I think that's it. Because this isn't a situation where I'm dealing with, hopefully not dealing with constant symptoms and things of that nature. So there probably won't be hopefully there won't be a lot more episodes in this particular story, but I will keep you posted, and I will keep them updated in regards to what's going on with this, with the aneurysm. And I will also make sure to pay attention to your questions, your comments, so that we can discuss it there and in any future videos. All right. Thank you for listening, and have a nice evening. Bye.